I want to do a short video on factoring, and I have a problem that I have written down is 16z squared minus 32z plus 15 equals 0. And what I want to do is show you how you can use your calculator to help you factor this problem. What you want to first do is you want to multiply, let's see, we're going to multiply this 16 times this 15. I'm trying to do this and hold this at the same time, so it's not working too well. So 16 times the 15. So we're going to take our calculator and we're going to clear this out, and we're going to type in, let me type it in right quick while you're looking at this, is 16 times 15. That's your A times your C, and we get 240. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place an X on my paper, and I'm going to write the 240 at the top. Now what happens is I want factors of this that add up to the middle term, the B, and our B is negative 32. So what I'm going to do is use my calculator to find those two terms. If you go to y equals on your calculator, and you type in 240, which is the A times the C, and divide by X, it'll show you everything that multiplies together to get the middle term. So the way I do that, I'm going to go to my table. I want to do second and graph, and notice I come up with values. Now what I'm trying to do is find a combination of these numbers that add up to negative 32. Well, if you look at this, we don't want to use any of that have decimals. The one that I've come up, I've got a 10 and a 24, that would be 34. Then I have a 12 and a 20, I see that is a positive 32. So I can adjust my values and use the 12 and the 20 and put the negative signs on it. So now, negative 12 times negative 20 is 240, and negative 12 plus negative 20 is negative 32. I'm going to take these two values and I'm going to rewrite the middle term of my equation. So if you notice, I'm going to take the original and I'm going to rewrite the middle terms. The negative 32, I'm going to rewrite it with the negative 12 and the negative 20. I'm going to put it in the middle. So I have 12z squared minus 12z. I'm sorry, I have 16z squared minus 12z minus 20z plus 15. Now, it does not matter the order. I could put the 20 first and then the 12, but I just put it this way because I can see things that factor out. Either way is fine. Now, what you're going to do is we have four terms, so we're going to use the method called grouping. I'm going to group the first two together and group the last two. And what I want to do is factor this. So if you notice, if I look at 16 and a 12, I can see that a 4 would come out of that, and also a z. So I'm going to factor out 4z. If I take that out, it's taking this, divide by this, I get 4z minus 3. Now, this is very important because I want this to come out when I factor the next part. So if you look at this, I'm going to bring down the negative sign. And if I look at 20 and 15, the common factor would be a 5. If I take out negative 5, take this and divide by negative 5 and this, I come out so that the parentheses match. That's what grouping, that's what our goal is, to get these to match. Now what I'm going to do is take this out, the 4z minus 3. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to cross it out. This is gone. If I can make my ink pen work. This is gone. And this is gone. So all that's left is 4z minus 5 for the next parenthesis. Then I'm going to set each of those equal to 0 and solve, and I get my solutions. So these would be my solutions to the original equation where it says solve by factoring. Now, we're going to take this one step farther. We're going to go to inequalities. It says take the exact same equation, and we want to find the values that are less than or equal to 0. What values would make this true? We are going to sketch a number line and use our two values. Now you have to be careful because I want to pay attention which fraction would be the smallest one and which is the large. If I take 5 divided by 4, I can see it'd be a 1 1/4. This is only a 3/4. So I'm going to put my number line. I'm going to put 3/4 first and 5/4. If I have a less than, that means shade the middle. I always think less than is one piece. If I have a greater than, like the next part's going to ask me, notice I would shade the outside part. So to write my solution, I'd have bracket, because I have an equal, bracket 3/4, comma 5/4, close the bracket. With this one, notice this goes to negative infinity, this goes to positive infinity. And I have a bracket because it has an equal, and I have a union symbol because there is a break. So that's how you can factor trinomials and deal with trinomial inequalities.